Let's go. I'm better than ever, they never been better than I. Regarded the hardest and I ain't even reaching my prime. They hate that I'm great and they faking I'm real as they come. So sit back and let me show you how this shit is done. My composition, my propositions, I'm raping the system. I'm killing the competition and all of y'all are my victims. Eyes and oohs as I'm ripping the instrumental, lyrical, individual, never been sentimental. I'm so hot every time that beat drop, and when I say I'm raping the system,
that means I'm trying to get this money and I won't stop. They say I couldn't win, but alright, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the video started. I was just jamming to the old intro. Speaking of outro, you want to stay around for this video because we do have a brand new outro. I don't know. We have a brand new outro on the end of the video, and the beginning of the video was the throwback intro. See, we got it together now. So everybody who was wondering what I was talking about, you should all know what I'm talking about by now. Speaking of knowing what I'm talking about, you know the sponsors on the screen. Amway.com/MatthewsMarket, and of course the Bingo Hall of YouTube. Check those links out in the description, and especially check out the Bingo Hall of YouTube because one of our senior members here, man. He's an OG. He's been around for a long time. Sakuraba1982 has uploaded the first ever completed gameplay video onto the Bingo Hall of YouTube, so go ahead and check that out. But into this matchup here, we got Muhammad Ali going up against Mike Tyson, and I completely skipped my own intro. So what is good, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the selfie commentator, coming at you live on another Fight Night Champion online match. It was requested in the comment section of my last video, or a video sometime. It was requested in the comment section though, for me to get some Muhammad Ali gameplay, and here it is. I hate fighting heavyweight, but just because it's what you guys asked for, the subscribers of the FNF Nation has asked for, I have delivered with some Fight Night gameplay. We also heard that Jermaine Taylor was requested, and guess what? We delivered. Awesome match. Not going to ruin the ending for any of you guys who haven't seen it, but that link to that epic match can also be found in the description. So right now we're getting the game invites. We're dancing around the ring. We're trying to establish control of the jab, and we're going to get into all of that very, very soon about what's going on here in this gameplay. But I want to touch on a couple of the comments that I got in the last video, because while a lot of you guys answered the question I wanted to know, which was, what do you want to see in the montage, whether it would be Roberto Duran, OWC, an OWC montage, a Roberto Duran montage, a Roy Jones Jr. montage, a Sugar Ray Leonard montage, a Marvin Hagler montage, and I think Julio Cesar Chavez. Those were the options, and then some of you guys kind of went off to a tangent to tell me what you want to see on the channel. And while it wasn't exactly what I asked for, I still found all the suggestions very helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead in this video and address some of those concerns. So one of the comments that was left in the last video was actually do a podcast, and this was by XX King Gamble XX. He talked about doing a podcast, doing in-depth details of Fight Night and round by round gameplay strategies and whatnot. Addressing this comment is, first of all, that's what we do on this channel. We go in depth with Fight Night gameplays, do round by round strategies. We've done this in the past, and these are strategies that I've given out during multiple videos and have gone deeply in depth in the work study videos of what each person could have done better in breaking down fights. That's what the work study series is for. So doing a podcast with Dave and them about Fight Night gameplay is not going to happen, because we basically do that on the channel already, and Dave has his own channel where he does his own breakdowns and his own gameplay commentaries. Sakuraba and the rest of them don't post Fight Night, so they post occasional Fight Night video, maybe once a month or so, but they don't post Fight Night. That's not what they do. So it wouldn't really be the ideal thing for me to go ahead and do something that I'm already doing with other people. Make sense? Also, the OWC thing has come up quite a bit. Apparently, a lot of you guys like the Road to the Top 100 series, which is just a name title, but clearly with all the spamming and stuff that's going on, and how many gym points you would need, or not even gym points, but fighter points you would need in order to get to the top 100 right now is quite a bit, and I have to do over about 300 fights, which is why the OWC series has been discontinued. And also the fact that fighting OWC for me is I started out in OWC when I first started playing this game. I've had a fight over 2,000 OWC matches on here already. So me just going back and building the fighter up and going through all the nonsense and the BS, it's like, it's not really what I want to do. And I don't want to get pissed off with the game again and then end up not wanting to do videos, because I want to keep this a Fight Night channel. We're now on the Bingo Hall of YouTube, giving that plug again. I might be posting some other things on there along with some epic Fight Night videos as well. So I kind of want to keep this a Fight Night video, and I like fighting in the middleweight division. Now, the main reason it took me so long to do this Muhammad Ali gameplay was because I don't like fighting in heavyweight because there's too many cheaters and spammers. I feel the Fight Night champion middleweight division and head-to-head is the best place I can get a decent opponent or a really good opponent without the spam and more simulation like. And things are balanced. There isn't the whole thing of the ring just feels like in heavyweight where you cut off. You know, you have to fight. You have to bite down and fight. You can't sit down and box. You can't fight from range. It just doesn't feel natural to me whenever I do play heavyweight. So that's the main reason why it's mostly a lot of middleweight videos on here as well. So in terms of the montage, a lot of people have been talking about the different things that they will want to see. Like Sean Park says, I think it would be cool to see complications of your best counters, best combos, then knockouts, or you could split into 3 different videos. It'll be a lot of work, but I bet the product will be worth it. So I think I can do that, and the thing that I'm aiming for in this montage, I'm gonna go ahead and spit a little bit of my thoughts to you guys, is to it's to demonstrate sim boxing, because that's not done on this game. A lot of knockout montages that has been done for Fight Night Champion. It's just basically when the camera montage comes up or the camera clip comes up of it, boom, you have a Fight Night knockdown promoted slugfest. And it's like HBO already does that more than enough, promoting that boxing is slugging it out, and a lot of people find slugfests to be entertaining. But there's a whole nother side to boxing, you know. It's not just the slugger, you know. It's not about the guy who's gonna sit in there and trade on the inside. This boxing is an art, it's a skill, it's a talent. And I feel like back in the day, that talent of being able to slip a punch and make a person miss and make them pay with a counter, or just establishing dominance by keeping your opponent at the end of your range for the entire round and moving around the ring elegantly, all that has been kind of lost as guys have been, promoting these big, huge sluggers. It's not, you don't see the skill levels being diverse in terms of, you don't hear guys who are pure boxers getting their props. You just don't hear it. So that's what I want to demonstrate in the montages. Pure boxing. Yeah, there'll be knockdowns in it without a doubt, because knockdowns are an art of boxing as well. Being able to take advantage of a guy and put him down into the canvas is one of the most exciting things about the sport. But I also want to get, really in depth, especially with this game, to show the beauty that you can do when boxing on the outside and using the stiff left jab and being able to outmaneuver your opponent and being able to set up combinations without taking return fire. That's what it's all about, man. That's what boxing is all about, and you can definitely do this on this game when it's played right, and if you're going against the right type of opponent. So, also another comment that was left on that video was it was another one left by Gamble, and I'm looking for it. Be patient. All right, montage would be dope, but think bigger, bro. I would like to see off the new channel as tournament fights, like pay-per-view, almost Fight Night's Finest versus David Ritt 1, and have like Sakurab interact with so broadcast and commentate. I don't know. Think big though, bro. You know what I mean. 12-round fights, classic 15-round fights, classic matchups like Ali versus Frazier or Robinson versus LaMonda, Leonard versus Duran, stuff like that would be absolutely dope. The thing I want to address about this is that you can't do classic matchups on here, especially against equally skilled opponents, because whoever has the better fighter is going to win, plain and simple. You're not going to take an Ali against a Frazier in this game, and both of us, let's say for example, Dave has Ali and I have Frazier. I'm not beating Dave with Frazier. It's just not going to happen. It won't happen. 15-round fights, I've talked about this in a previous video of my dream match being a 15-round fight, of a person of equal skill being able to go against me in a 15-rounder. But people who are quote unquote equal skilled to me are spammers, or you know, those would be the only people who would be able to go the distance, because a lot of the rest is most of the rest of the simulation fighters who play this game have trouble with stamina management, so they can't do 15 rounds. A lot of them struggle in 12-round fights. So doing 15 rounds isn't possible, and it also makes for really long videos. Having other people commentate boxing, it can be done, but at the same time, it's like we've already done the pay-per-view style fights. That's been done already. So I'm thinking Gambo's new to the channel. By having other people commentate fights, there's a lot of conflict sometimes between scheduling and being able to send the file to both parties and then getting everything back. And there's a lot of work that goes into the videos and a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and it's hard to set those things up, especially with everybody having to do with things in their real life. So also another thing that's been talked about on here has been like my fighter in OWC having a 76-inch reach. Most guys in the middleweight division fight up with an 82-inch reach. So if you think about that, I'm at a 6-inch reach disadvantage. So for an inside fighter, that is not you know, a bad reach on this game, because if you try to get close to some of these spammers or some of these guys on here who box on the outside, with especially the way the footwork system is exploited on this game, it's not possible. So 76-inch reach is definitely a balanced reach. Other than that, it seems like the main thing that most people wanted to see is the OWC montage, but a lot of people understand that it's annoying to play OWC. So the next highly rated thing was probably Roy Jones. I've seen a couple of Roy Jones comments. I saw 2 Marvin Hagler comments, and I was really hoping you guys wanted to see a Hagler thing, but apparently you guys didn't. Then there was the thing of taking every fighter, going A through Z, and fighting with just fighters and doing guides for each fighter. Me giving you a guide isn't gonna help you guys win online matches with a guy like Sonny Liston. When you take a guy like Liston with an 82 overall, or like I did in that Jermaine Taylor fight, there's a couple of things that go involved into it. One, you can face a really good opponent like I did, and I'm also a really good player at the game. So I was just able to, a part of the thing was luck, because I felt like I was definitely underestimated early on in the fight. And then the next part of it is also the fact that I'm really good at the game. So I can tell you how to play a character based on how they box in real life, but then you can't always fight simulation. You have to bring your own style to the ring. So what will work for me, and me telling you to fight like this, isn't always going to pan out for you. And there's just so many different matchups on here that I can't tell you to take Jermaine Taylor against Andre Bishop, try to wear your opponent out by being very defensive and sticking with him on the inside. Because there's people, like, you can go up against Ricardo Alvarez with a 90 overall and take a Jermaine Taylor, and you can completely outbox the guy if you can keep that jab in his face and keep him from getting it onto the inside. And then, you know, the matchup can also go against you by if the Ricardo Alvarez is aggressive enough and knows how to cut the ring off and doesn't give you an escape route and really works the body for like the first 5 rounds, then there's not really much you can do. So there's a lot of different style matchups that I can't tell you how to play against. It's kind of, everything is situational based off an opponent's style and based off of your own style and based on what adjustments need to be made in the ring. So most of it comes down to experience. So me taking every single fighter that's in the game and going through them A through Z, it's not going to really teach you guys anything, or at least that's the way I look at it from my perspective. And also, it's very, very difficult to win those type of fights. And a lot of times you guys want to see wins so that you understand what was done well in the fight. So I can bring you a Timothy Bradley gameplay against a Manny Pacquiao, against a player who knows what he's doing, and get absolutely decimated because the matchup just doesn't work well, and it's just not going to look good for me as a fighter, and neither is it going to look good for you guys, seeing like, well, you know, it's a discouragement to pick other fighters now because you can easily lose those matchups. So in terms of me taking every fighter through A through Z and doing that whole shebang, it's not really gonna, I don't see the effectiveness behind it. I can try. Not every match is gonna be a win. I mean, I don't lose much on the game, but I definitely do lose. I'm a regular player just like you guys, and I just have a little bit more experience maybe than some of you guys, and maybe I'm a little bit better than some of you guys. It really just all depends on how you like to look at things. So yeah, in terms of that question, I don't think it would be best for me to do that, but if you guys really want to see it, I don't mind doing it. But just know the type of gameplay you're going to get, and the explanations behind it will be basically what I just talked about. Into this matchup though, and is there any other comments that was really just like something that needed to be addressed? Because I didn't answer any comments on this one, just so when I go back to this video, I can be able to see what it was that you guys wanted. Yeah, I think that was just about it. Okay, so now we'll get into the gameplay here. It's been pretty much domination from the outside, using Ali the way you wanted to. The way you would like to. Solid, stiff left jab, constantly pumping the jab out there. Really, really good footwork. Knowing when to smother, knowing when to throw, and when to be defensive. And as the fight kind of got long, there were moments where we had to get onto the inside and try to close the gap and get in Tyson's face and try to score some points back. But it's been a pretty one-sided fight thus far, using Ali on the outside, trying to use the solid jab. And it's like, if you notice throughout this gameplay, when I'm using Ali, I kind of have to, I can't just headhunt because he's blocking everything. So me having to go downstairs to the body, I really feel it takes away the feel from Muhammad Ali. It's not to say he didn't go to the body every once in a while, but Muhammad Ali honestly was a headhunter. Like, think about it. How often did you see Muhammad Ali working the body? As a guy on the outside, you putting your head down to go in there and throw a body shot is very dangerous. So you really just want to be on the outside for the most part, using the jab, standing still at moments when you're getting backed up to the ropes, and finding a way to change ring positioning, and also finding opportunities to where you can let your hands go. You guys seen that multiple times throughout this fight. It's just me being able to plant my feet at times when I feel like Tyson is gaining too much momentum or he's gaining too many points on the scorecard. I really try to let my hands go in order for me to score some points of my own. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is just his jab just wasn't giving justice here. If you really take a look at some of Muhammad Ali's best performances, like against Cleveland Williams, Floyd Patterson, Sonny Liston, I think it was Terrell Davis, if I'm not mistaken, or Ernie Terrell, I think that's his name. You really take a look at those performances and you see, like, Ali's jab was just landing at will most of the time in those fights. So it was a big thing for me to not be able to always land a jab whenever I wanted to. Also, the 1-2s came out a lot when I felt like he was really trying to close the gap. And my main thing the main way that I wanted to fight this guy was take away his ability to cut off the ring, because I think he was a really good inside fighter. I think if he goes against most other opponents, you know, a guy with basically 700 more wins than he has losses, when you go up against an opponent like that and they're playing somebody like Tyson, most of them know how to cut the ring off. You also try to see him make an adjustment of switching to a counterpuncher style, and then we was able to come onto the inside and beat him there as well. And then when he tried to trade with us, we just get off first, let our hands go faster, stay at range, try to throw the proper punches per range. So like on the really outside, you see me just using the jab. When I feel like he's gonna walk into a punch, I'll throw the jab out there and I'll let the right hand go, that straight right hand right down the middle. Or if he gets really close, like right there, you see me, or mid-range, I'll let those hooks and those uppercuts go and then really try to score some effective points there. Also the clinch, I try to use it as much as I could, but he didn't really have it. He didn't really have me on the ropes as much, so there was really no immediate danger for me to have to sit there and clinch. I used it at times just to bail a little bit of time, but it's hard to, you know, clinch like 3 or 4 times around, because most of the time we're just thinking about blocking and moving around the ring and not really doing a whole bunch of clinching. But if you can, try to implement some clinching in there when you can. Right there you saw us do something really important, was push him. We pushed him because we wanted his back towards the ropes, to where we feel like we can give him that opportunity to be a counter puncher and then land some clean and effective offense. Missed with the power straight right there at the end of the round. But also we pushed him off of us like Ali would do in some of his fights when he feels his opponents were just getting a little bit too close. So right off of a clinch, just push the guy off and give yourself a little bit of separation. Give yourself a little bit, just a squeeze, just a tad bit of room to work with. So into round number 9 here, I'm going to spend the rest of this video calling the action just to let you guys get that entertainment value that you may have been looking for. So right there, we step back. We're still using the outside very, very effectively. Try to throw the jab to the head there. One of the biggest things that I didn't have in round number 9 and a lot during the stretch down rounds is not really picking my shots to where I wasn't trading with Tyson. But I feel at this point his stamina wasn't the greatest and his power wasn't going to be much of a effect on us. So we was really just using the outside, looking for opportunities to land that nice solid left hook. As you saw there, that was a clean and effective shot, and then keeping them at range with the stiff and steady left jab. And notice how much I'm pumping that jab and how good my stamina is for being in round 9 of a heavyweight fight, using Ali, who can, if he gets work to the body, he can very easily run out of stamina. Or if you don't time things well and you just get happy with that speed that he has, you can end up losing a lot of stamina. But right there, we land yet another solid 1-2 as we take advantage of him trying to throw another power shot on his way onto the inside. Also notice the footwork. Whenever he started cutting off the ring going into one direction, or we felt like we won't have space to really work, notice how we change direction in the ring so well and so elegantly and so smoothly. Whenever we see he might be cutting off that side, we take advantage of offensive opportunities, but at the same time, we also use it to find space in the ring and also to make him miss. Taking a couple of steps back every once in a while. Left hook, right uppercut did not connect, and also we went for the right uppercut, left rip punch to the head, and that combination also did not connect. Right hook to the head did connect, as well as another power right hook to the head. We start letting those power shots go from the right hand, and we are not able to do enough damage to put him out of his misery here in round number 9. As we now head into round number 10, we head into the corner just to hear that we're winning the fight, just to gain that momentum and know that we can finish the show off strong. Into round number 10 here, Tyson comes out aggressive and tries to cut off the ring. Starts throwing shots downstairs to the body. Left hook straight misses, and also did the right hook that he attempted to throw to the head. Also did miss. Side step right uppercut did connect, but it was not a counter. Solid stiff left jab out from Ali. Starts using the footwork. Starts dancing around. 1-2 combination followed by the left hook on top. Excuse me, that was a 3-punch combination. Left uppercut followed by the right uppercut. Straight right hand followed by the left hook. Also connects. Counter out from Tyson. Tries to work the body. Misses, but then lands with a clean and effective uppercut, followed by another clean and effective uppercut. Tyson pours on the damage with 2 hooks downstairs to the body. Ali just trying to hang on at this point. Another 1-2 slices through the guard and is able to score points for Ali. Straight right hand downstairs to the body from Tyson did connect. Ali tries to answer back with a combination, but it is ineffective. Tyson trying to work the body here in round number 10, but it might be a little bit too late, as we are now with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in round number 10. If he wanted to invest into the body, he should have done this in the earlier parts of the round. But the defense of one Muhammad Ali was just way too effective. Speaking of body work, right uppercut followed by the left hook downstairs from Ali, and then also a right uppercut to finish off. Counter jab downstairs to the body from Tyson. Uppercut misses. Straight right hand does connect, followed by 2 missed punches by Muhammad Ali. Ali on the inside now, not backing away, not dancing, not using the footwork, but looking to trade, looking to close the show with some combinations by trading with Tyson in the center of the ring. 4-punch combination, 2 is able to connect from Ali, but then Tyson counters with a straight right hand to the head. Ali follows back by answering with a combination downstairs to the body. Hooks are not able to connect, but the uppercut does slice through. Another counter jab from Muhammad Ali in this fight. 14 seconds remaining in round number 10. Ali trying to close the show. Tyson gets hurt by a power straight to the head, followed by the left hook, and he goes down for the first time tonight. Power shot from Muhammad Ali. Get cold clock, Tyson. And that's going to be the end of this fight. Unless if Tyson is able to get back to his feet and let this one go to decision. We now look at the referee here. He's at the 2 count. Tyson back to a vertical base, and he is able to stand and put that guard up to let the referee know that he is good. Both men stand in the center of the ring, and there is your final scorecard, 99-90. 8 rounds to 2 in favor of Fight Night's finest. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy, Fight Night's finest, the Silver Commentator, and I'm off this. Peace!
Open up! You sure he still live here?
Fool, I told you this it.
Open up!
Who the fuck is it? CJ, the fuck you want? Get the fuck out of here.